Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10 since 71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. Today, boy, what a matchup. Two NFL franchises with so much history, so much tradition, getting set to do battle here. Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback, standing 6'3".
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Bears first down.
On first down, Barry. A nice little juke. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play.
First down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. His second rushing touchdown on the year and third overall. And the Bears need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. 6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Firing quickly out wide is Love. Here's 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the left sideline. Inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Packers are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Oh, good return up past the 30. Past midfield. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, That return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Operating from the gun, Douglas. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, it was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
That's complete. It's Jalen Noel. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Bears first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
He's got this complete to Burden. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Luther Burden, 32 yards. And the Bears have taken the lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses, also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Shifts by him. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packers offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their second possession. And he's had an early impact on the game. Sensational so far. And they'll likely be looking to find more ways to get him involved. Play action this time with Love. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
On play action. Love to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down. Love. He'll get that complete to the rookie from Arkansas. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And that's a good job there of knuckling down as an offense. You're trying to avoid 3 and out at all costs. And after 2 straight incompletions, this one's on target, and they're able to keep the chains moving.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Packers.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Brings up second and 10 at the Bears 32.
Throwing. Love. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Well, it's a Packers touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Packers are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Barry. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain.
Tackled at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11. Brings up 3rd and...
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. 2nd and 11 now.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
To throw now. Here's Love. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now he'll tuck this and run. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
And they'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. A throw left sideline falls incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Douglas. Pass caught by Burden. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. third down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
41 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
At the 20-yard line.
Somebody gotta do it. Somebody gotta do it.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. The Packers had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And what doubly stings for them, CD, they lose week 1 at home and now here on the road week 2. So it's certainly not a must-win, but boy, you hate to start a season with 2 straight losses.
Yeah, because you sort of feel like you're playing from behind right from the beginning, and that can really mess with your confidence. Plus, if you get to 0-2, here come the articles, here comes the sports talk shows, pointing out the small percentage of teams that make the playoffs after they begin a season 0-2.
Pretty entertaining start. 14 all the score on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield. Picked it up on the ground.
The offensive line, they're getting it done.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Switching things up. They'll throw it now with Jordan Love. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Love looking to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions and what was once a nice drive stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Now a 2nd and 10.
At the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10.
Now a give right side. It's Barry. Oh, nice move. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start, where they trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. Operating from the gun, Douglas. Well, that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Brings up 3rd down.
Looking to throw, Douglas. Throw left side complete. That's Barry. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
In punt formation.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Love now. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
It's a gain of
3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Love. That is caught. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 17 yards. And the Packers 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. Love from the gun. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. 3rd and 9 here.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 9.
Now Love. Hard throw, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Allen. They juked him. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Off the play fake. Douglas. Looking right sideline, that's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
1st and 10 at the 49.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Over the middle, he's going to find Burden. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
10 more yards. Complete to Luther Burden.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
Loss of 2 yards. It's now
out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. On fourth down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The Packers ready to take over offensively. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Love. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
First down, Packers.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4. Now second and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
Working out of the gun. Love. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. Back to throw. Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 18. That gain on third down, good for 28.
First down. First and 10 at the 18-yard
So
line.
from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun. Love. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Intended for his wide
Second and 10.
brings up second and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he was able to shed one tackle, but could not get away from there. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. And this one is right through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Bears offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. He's got the Michigan man, Colston Loveland. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
incomplete. It's now second and 10.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to air one out. And this one is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Signaled for and taken. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the first half of play. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Week 1 was full of surprises, full of intrigue, and a lot of firsts for the young players. What will Week 2 bring? Let's dive in. Our journey through the NFL starts now. At M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, the Ravens at home to take on Miami. And this is Keaton Mitchell. He's a weapon in the run game. He's a weapon in the passing game. Look at him go.
So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
At the 27-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
And 9 yards to go.
Operating from the gun, Douglas. And that is incomplete.
Douglas's pass intended for.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gain 5 yards on it. And be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First and 10 at the 47.
Love, they go play action now. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. After the sack on first down, Love. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And now that'll kick out of bounds, and this is going to be spotted back at their own 30. Oh, man. The Bears offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 83 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
41-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, they have that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Off play action. Douglas in trouble, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Douglas. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Up the middle they go. Barry. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky. That play only picked up 5 yards.
And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. And that will be incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. They'll start on the ground here on first down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying and take care of that football.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out and out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Packer first down.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out, but I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Love. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice, and one of them is called matching hands. And as soon as that hand is launched by the quarterback, you throw up the opposite hand and match that hand with the QB, and oftentimes you're able to knock it away, as we just saw there.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said does. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Off the play fake. Douglas. Just a gain of a couple there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Chicago. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. The Packers offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Throwing. Love. Over the middle, it's complete. Here comes 3rd down and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
2nd and 4.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Barry. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
From the gun on 3rd down, Douglas. Pass taken in by his big tight end. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
And the Bears, 1st down. 1st and 10.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Douglas. He'll look middle here and give it to Odunze. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
That's another Bears 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw. Douglas. He's got this complete to Burden. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Up the middle they go. Barry. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Back to throw. Douglas. That's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 12 at the 3-yard line.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
And he wisely will throw that one away. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The 4th down pass from the 5 falls incomplete. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. They kept it in the air on 4th, Charles. They ran on 1st and 2nd down, tried it through the air on 3rd and 4th, couldn't come away with anything on 4th and goal. And remember, in these situations, the field is really condensed. Everything is squeezed tight. So as a defender, you can actually take more chances here because they won't have as much time to throw the football, and the receiver really can't run past you. If they do, they run out the back of the end zone. Nice job by the D, shutting them down.
He's out of bounds at the 11-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Love now. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down.
And the Packers, 1st down.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play.
Draw play to the right.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Here's Love. That is caught. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Following the fumble recovery, Douglas will get this into the hands of Odunze. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Packers.
Looking to throw. Douglas. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Barry. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Barry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Back to throw. Douglas. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Douglas. Looking left side, and it's complete. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. Barry looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
13-yard line. 1-yard gain.
2nd and 9 now. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The great move couldn't fray him. Taken down at the 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. He'll try and do this himself. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. They do tack on the extra point as well. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, it's all been on display throughout. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Short throw. He's got Kraft. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
15 yards on the play. That's another Packers first down.
Love looking to throw it. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now Love.
At the 47-yard line.
Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with 3rd down coming up.
9 yards to go.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. He's to the 15. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
That's good for a Bears first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free. And those ball carriers are getting tagged. If I were them, I'd think very hard about just taking 3 points and taking their dignity and moving on.
And the ball's at the 2, spotted at the 2, so a pretty good chunk to go. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Here's Love. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. One last shot now for Love. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Fourth down, 10 yards to go. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us. Not so much to the team who led at halftime and now is leaving here, knowing that they let a win slip through their fingers. Tough one for them to carry home.
So for the Bears, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first two home games. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints.